Hi everybody, welcome to my bathroom floor at the moment, and we're in the bathroom and not outside because I am doing something a little different this video. I'm going to be bleaching my hair and dyeing it blonde, hopefully like platinum blonde, and I just thought I would take you with me because I think it's going to turn out great. I have full confidence in myself that this will go wonderfully. I gotta work on my posture. That this is going to go wonderfully. I know what I want to do. I know the steps that I need to do. I have a plan. I'm going to go through it with you. And then we're going to do it together. And you can come with me as I go along every single one of my steps. So, first thing I'm going to do is go through all the things that I've gotten. So first thing I got, bleach powder. I got the blue one, not the purple, even though I wanted the purple. Blue is better for orange and brassiness, and so there we go. Or yellow. Yeah, no, it's better for oranges. I got Developer. It is the same brand because I don't know if it matters, but it matters to me. I only got 20 volume. That's because I know that I'm gonna work really slow. And you know, it's gonna do the work. I might reapply halfway through to make sure it's still lifting, but I know I'm gonna be slow enough that 30 volume, like I'll get done half, and as I'm doing the other half, that one's gonna finish because it's gonna take me forever. I got toner. It's the Ion one. I got this because I couldn't find any like demi or semi-permanent colors that I liked in the super platinum blonde area. I could only find permanent toners, so I just went with that. I did get its own developer. This is 10 volume. It is also the same brand because like I said, I don't know if it matters, but it matters to me. And then I have my comb, which I really think is just going to be very useful for parting and sectioning my giant head of hair. Also coming through the bleach because I watch Brad Mondo and he says it's okay to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, my hair currently is fully natural. It has never been dyed before, so it's not like I have ends of dye. Nope. Fully natural color, never dyed it before, which is why I'm super excited to do this because I've always wanted to dye it, and everybody makes the comment being like, oh my gosh, but your hair is so pretty. Why would you ever dye it? Because I'm bored. It's boring. It's blonde, yeah, it has the natural highlights, it looks great in the sun, whatever. It's boring. You don't see me walking down the street being like, oh my god, she looks like an anime princess with bleach blonde hair. No, you do not. People don't notice me. And guess what? I want to be noticed. So she's quite thick. I have quite a lot. It is slightly curly, so my first actual plan is I'm gonna straighten it before I bleach, just to make it a little easier to work with, just so I don't have to deal with so much of the texture. My other plan is I'm actually gonna I'm gonna do the 4 quadrants that Brad always talks about, but I'm also only gonna do 2 quadrants at a time. So I'm gonna start with the back and fully bleach and rinse and clean that, and then go to the front, and then I'll tone the whole thing. But for bleaching, I'm just gonna do back half first, front half second, because I know that I'm gonna work really slow and I don't want to feel the time pressure of I need to get my front half done quick enough, because it's probably going to take me 40 minutes to do both sections, and by that point this will be ready to be rinsed out before I even finish this part. So we're just going to do two processes. I'm just going to use my gloves. I have gloves, they're nitrile, they're beautiful, they fit lovely. I also am just going to use a kitchen bowl. I just have some plastic bowls. I didn't feel like buying the special hairdressery bowls, and I'm just going to use a spoon to mix it up because I don't have one of those painty brushes because your girl's broke and she can only afford what she can afford. Also, your hands just give you a lot more feeling in the hair, And I feel like I can take small sections, really get it on there like toothpaste, and be done, and comb it through and just do it with my hands. So that's the plan. And you can come with me to see how it goes. Alright, my hair has been parted, so I have these two and these two. Don't make fun of my Leia buns, okay? It's just the best way for me to get my hair out of the way. And I'm going to start with only doing this section for now. I have my bowl. I have my measuring utensil. This is the shirt that I'm going to be sacrificing because everybody needs a black shirt when they bleach. So I've seen in the videos. I have little hair clippies to help me clip up the hair that I'm not working with. I have my gloves. And I'm actually going to read the directions on this stuff because I have used it. But it's 1 scoop of powder, 2 scoops developer. And I am going to attempt to not do my roots. I make no promises because I can't really see the back of my hair, but I have a pretty good feeling I can try and at least, you know, stop right before them. Try and only leave like a ½ inch. So that's going to be the attempt. Gloves on before we even start working with the powder because I'm not here for chemical burns. Also, my recommendation for anybody buying gloves for literally anything, because I used to work in a lab, try and get gloves that are not one size fits all. These are smalls, and they fit perfectly for my hands. They're not super tight, but they're also not loose, which means I don't have to like struggle with like tightening them up. So that's my recommendation. I know gloves normally just come in a one size fits all, but sometimes you can find them in sizes. Okay, there's my ½ cup of powder. That's honestly a lot more than I thought it was going to be. It'll be fine. It's fine. You know, I'm kind of thinking now that like a whisk could be a good way to mix up your powder. What does this say? Does this have the same directions? No, it doesn't have measurements, so we're gonna go with what the bag says. So 1 scoop of that, 2 scoops of this. I feel like it's really liquidy, but we're gonna trust that the manufacturers knew what they were doing when they made this product. Okay, so it looks kind of thin, but the guy at Sally's when I bought it said that the developer was really thin and it like makes it kind of like water. It's still thick, like it still has some hold to it. It's just not as thick as like the cream developers that I'm sometimes used to seeing. So we're gonna go for it. It seems to be pretty mixed together. I am gonna close both of my things because that's important. And then we're gonna start sectioning. So I'm gonna use the mirror behind me just because that's gonna be the easiest thing for me to look at. So I apologize for not staring at this camera the entire time. So teeny tiny section to start. Oh, it's happening. It's making my eyes water because it's bleach. I know, not very shocking. I am trying to get right up to the hairline, but not actually touching my scalp because your girl doesn't want hot roots, but I understand that that is a thing that can happen. Also, yes, I'm taking super small sections to start with, and then I will definitely put on more, like I'll mix them together and put on more when they come together, just so I make sure that I hit every single strand. And I'll do each one of like my mini sections, comb it through when I'm done, because I want to make sure I hit literally every single strand of hair. I'm not going to come out of this looking like a weirdo, like a tiger or a leopard. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. So that's the first section, and then I'm gonna comb it through. And then I will reapply after I comb it, because the comb's gonna take off some product, but I also just wanna make sure that it is fully in between every strand of hair. I don't know why I'm scared to like put it on my shirt, because I literally put the shirt on specifically to do this. So right, all the product that was on the comb is now going to go back into the hair, and I will apply even more on. Also, it's like not like blue, so you can't really, like, it's just turning my hair dark. It's not like actually different coloring it, which is why it looks like there's nothing on there. So it has been 30 minutes since I put this on. I'm gonna do a quick check, see how dry it is, because then I'll mix up some more and put it on just to make sure it's fully saturated and still creamy. And if it's light enough, then I'll go back and do my roots. If it's not, then I'll set another 10-minute timer and just keep checking it every 10 minutes until it's light enough to do my roots. So that's the plan. We'll see how she's looking. Okay, so definitely getting there. Not blonde enough yet. If I stopped now, it wouldn't be like platinum. Still quite moist, so I don't think I have to like mix up more to put it on, but it's looking pretty even. You can see now how saturated I have this. So I rinsed a tiny little section off, and as you can see, it's obviously blonde, but it's not that like white that I want. So I'm just gonna recoat that little section in the bleach. And we will wait another 30 minutes to see, or not 30, sorry, 10 minutes and come back and check on it. Okay, so this is her 10 minutes later. She's still like super saturated. Like every single hair is covered in this bleach, but I can't tell how light it is. Like it looks really light, but every time I watch Brad Mondo, they all say that. and then they have to do it twice. And I'm not here for the doing it twice, gang. I'm here for the doing it once. But I just want to reapply to make sure that it's still working like to the best of its abilities. So we're gonna do like half of this scoop and then a full scoop of the developer. That was a little too little. I need a little more. Okay, there we go. And then one full scoop of the developer. And I will reapply this and get it back in the bag. So I have washed it out and dried it, and it is looking blonde. It looks more orange in the video, but like in natural light, it's blonde. It's nice and bright, and it's not too orangey, which is really nice. It's kind of yellow, but like that's all good because the toner will help with that. And so now I'm on to the front part of my head. Okay, so we are 40 minutes into processing my ends, and sorry, that was a bad angle. So we are 40 minutes into processing my ends, and now I'm gonna go through and do all of my roots plus reapply all the ends just to make sure that everything's working, and we'll get done at the same time. All right, so that is the bleach rinsed out and dried. She is pretty blonde. She still has a little bit of yellow tint to it, but I think it'll be fine for the toner that I got because she is pretty white and she is even. There is a little bit of hot roots going on, but it's not too bad. And the front and the back match like perfectly because I did them for the same amount of time. So I am really happy with it, I think, for now. I think tomorrow is when I'll put the toner in, just because it's getting late today and I'm tired and there's no need to rush. So I got my whole head done. That's the top. Hopefully it's even. I haven't looked at it yet, so. But it feels so nice and healthy still. I conditioned it. I can run my fingers through it. There's not a ton of knots. So I'm satisfied. Now I'm gonna try to tone it. I am gonna do a test strand because although I believe it's blonde enough, I want to make sure. So I'm gonna just do like a piece right next to my ear and strand test it with the toner to make sure that it picks up and just to see what color I got and if I like it, because if I don't like it, I will go back and get something different. So toner has been applied. I've skipped my roots because, you know, heat from the scalp makes it develop faster, but I guess I just won't do that today because I'm not gonna go back, like I'm not gonna pull out more toner. Maybe I'll use some of the leftover, but at that point I feel like it will be dried up in my bowl. So we might just wait until I do the rest of my hair. But now I have 10 minutes on the clock. I might add 5 to 10 more, because it has on the box a max of 20, depending on how porous your hair is. So we'll check it in 10 and see if I want to rinse it out or not. Alright, so my test strand is all done. And it came out this nice like neutral platinum blonde, and it just has a little bit of like rose gold color to it. You can't really see that on camera, but I really like it. So the next step is doing the rest of my hair. So we have toned it. It is dry now. It's actually been a few days since I've toned it, but I'm loving it so far. I still have to like get used to looking at myself in the mirror and seeing blonde hair, but this is it just air dried, and I think it looks really good. All the yellow's gone. It's almost white in the sun, so I am now a Barbie. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you for the next video.